Welcome to Click to Startup, an entrepreneurial video series where we invite subject matter mentors to answer our most frequently asked questions from startup founders and small business owners via quick and easy how-to videos. I'm Destin Artigo, Director of Opportunity Machine, Lafayette Center for Entrepreneurs. If you would like to submit a question on an entrepreneurial topic to be answered in an upcoming video, please email us at hello@opportunitymachine.org. Our speaker for today is Jaci Russo. She's the CEO and brand strategist of brandRUSSO. And the discussion here today is how to connect with the right message. Take it away, Jaci.
Thanks, Destin. Hi, everybody. One of the things that I have found in the 20 plus years that I've been the brand strategist and CEO here at brandRUSSO is how important messaging is. And I think it's often overlooked. All too often, clients will come to us and they'll say, we want to advertise, we want to get out there. And so we're like, okay, well, let's get down to it. Let's talk about who the target audience is, and then what the message is that you need to convey to them that's really going to compel them and connect with them. Then we talk about where that message goes. Now, I've been a media buyer for 25 years. And in my time as a media buyer, one of the things that I keep coming across is the evolution that we've had in where messages go. Because, for the longest time, it was traditional advertising. We could put messages on TV and radio and billboard, and those are all great tools that we can still use. But then digital marketing came along. So now you could put advertising online, and you could do all kinds of fun things with pay-per-click campaigns and search engine optimization and pre-roll ads, tons of fun stuff. And that was great. And then all of a sudden there was social media. So there were even more options and more places to put messages. So then it comes back down to, what is it that you want to stay? How are you going to figure out a way to stand out by saying the right thing? Because when you think about all the choices out there, all the companies that maybe kind of sound like they do what you do, all of the different products that are made, it blends in for people. Ultimately, when we look at all of those choices and all of those options, we know how hard it is for your target audience to really cut through the clutter, to figure out exactly what the right choice is for them. Imagine that somebody's walking into Best Buy and they're going to go look for a TV. Well, they're going to see this wall of TVs. No matter what your company is, what your products are, or what your services that you provide, you are, to your target audience, a big wall of TVs. And when they see that great big wall of TVs, they can tell the difference. Maybe that TV is a little brighter, or maybe that TV is a little louder, but is it actually the device itself? Or is it that just something in the settings that someone adjusted? You can tell by price, sure, but how do you really know which one is better for you? So those companies that make those TVs have to focus on attraction, attracting the right people to them, and they do that with the right messaging. Whether they're talking about durability or the quality of the screen or the smart elements of the device, all of those features all culminate into a series of benefits. So when you think about the law of attraction and how you're going to attract the right people to you, you want to be like a magnet. And I mean that in both senses of the word, because when you think about a magnet, it's got two ends, right? It's got one end that's very attractive and pulls metal towards it. And the other end is repelling and it pushes things away. So when you think about putting together your messaging, you want to be as clear and specific and divisive, ultimately, as a magnet, because you want to use that messaging to attract the people to you that are going to be good customers. They're a good fit for who you are and what you make. And at the same time, you're going to repel the ones who aren't a good fit. Their business model and yours don't match. Their wants and needs and yours don't match. So you don't want to waste your time or theirs by trying to put that square peg into a round hole. So be a magnet. You want to attract what you like and repel what you don't. So one of the ways you do this is by focusing on a monologue versus dialogue kind of approach. So back in the old days with advertising, everything was monologue. When you watch a TV ad or listen to a radio ad, you're being talked at, not communicated with. And that's okay. And it was great when that was the only option. But now with social media and some of the other options, you can have a dialogue with people. You can converse. So it's no longer you talking at them. Hi, I'm great. This is what I make. This is why you should buy it. Instead, hi, who are you? What do you need? Well, this is how what I make fits what you need. Let's have a dialogue about it. Let's discuss it. Also, you've got to look at the number of reviews and how that affects people's decisions now, because they have a megaphone to other people, to other consumers. So no longer do they have to rely just on your monologue to get information. They can have that dialogue with people who've already used your products and services. That dialogue becomes very important to making sure it's a good match on the good side of the magnet. Also, features versus benefits becomes another big piece in how we really attract the right people. If all you're doing is talking about features, I am the oldest company in the state that does what I do. I have this many employees. We've got this many square foot of space in which we make the millions of products that we make and sell every month. Feature, 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 feature. How do any of those features provide a benefit to me? They may be a benefit to your stockholders. They may be a benefit to your salespeople, but what's the benefit to me as the consumer? I don't want to know what your product does. I want to know how your product makes my life better. So what does your product do for me? That's what I want to know. So the more you can focus on the benefits of your messaging, the better our relationship is going to be. Less feature, more benefit. Also, you want to make sure you're thinking about it rational versus emotional. We don't buy things for rational reasons. We justify our purchases with rational arguments. So let me explain. If I really, really, really want something, that's what's in my heart. And I'm going to find a way to get it because I'm dedicated, I'm devoted, I have an emotional connection to it. Then I'll just use some rational arguments to justify that purchase. It was on sale. It was going to make my life better. It's going to save me money in the long run. Rational, rational, rational. Those aren't the real reasons I bought it. I bought it because I have an emotional connection to it. When you're building a brand, it's all about emotion because we build brands in the heart, not the mind. So when you think about how you're going to craft that message that's really going to be engaging and connecting with people, you want that message to be very emotional connecting, not rational. So you want to be able to answer this question at all times. We are the only blank that does blank. And if you're not the only one, if a lot of companies provide the same products and services that you provide, then your message probably isn't going to be very engaging. You're going to want that message to be as captivating and engaging as possible. So adjust, tweak, evolve, find a way to make this a true sentence. Find a way to become the only blank that does blank, and then craft your message around that point of differentiation, because your target audience needs to be the hero of your story. And the only way they can be the hero of the story is if you are somehow, as a guide, providing them these solutions that make their life better. Then they can become the hero in your story. And that's what's going to be really important. So you want to tell their story to them. And in that story, that's the hero that they think they are. So what message are you going to craft that's really going to connect with somebody? Because when you do it right, they see themselves in the story. They feel the benefits that you provide. You're building that true emotional connection with them. You won't have to spend a lot of money to reach them. They're going to be lining up to get you. So when you think about crafting that message, make sure you do so in a way that is truly going to engage with them, connect with them. They see themselves in the story. They see the benefits that you provide. And ultimately, they feel that connection. That's how you're going to build your brand.
Some fantastic points, Jackie. I mean, that very first one reminds me of the pin challenge, where it's like, sell me this pin. And almost every single person says, you need it to write checks. You need it to write your name. You need it to sign things or whatever. And it's just like, I could find any other pen to do that. I can find a pencil. I can find a marker. I can find anything else. But it's about asking those questions and starting up with that dialogue and monologue and really understanding. And I think doing that helps you define what the benefits are and understand what the benefits are, because sometimes you don't see it from your point of view. So fantastic points to make, and which I think every company should follow them and think about them on a day-to-day basis.
Absolutely.
Once again, if you have any questions or want to submit any topics for us to develop videos on, please reach out to us at hello@opportunitymachine.org. This has been an episode of Click to Startup, and we'll see you in the next one.